Hello, everybody. I am doing a surprise, reasonably unedited episode of the ADHD Skills Lab because I wanted to teach you guys a few more ADHD skills. I've been looking at what we've been doing, and as much as I appreciate all of the guests and all of the great research, I want to bring some practical strategies to you guys today. Is that okay? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to teach you how to go from chaos, feeling like you're drowning, to having that focus today. That is what we are going to unlock. So come along with me and let me tell you a little story that might sound familiar. Imagine that you are coming into work and immediately it hits you. All of the tasks that you have to do. Maybe you run your own business and it's just email after email after email after fire after fire after fire. There's so many things that you just feel like you sit down, you get sucked in, and then the day is over and you didn't get any of the important stuff done. Super overwhelmed, super overwhelming. This is something that I see a lot from my clients pretty much every time they come to me. One of the biggest reasons people come to me is this feeling of overwhelm. I had a client who ran a contracting business and he had no admin support and spent the day just checking email, catching up with admin, and trying to, pay those invoices and get that sent out, even though they had way more important things to do, like, for example, actually hiring an admin person to support them. But even that was just, it wasn't even on the cards. It wasn't even an option. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to teach you a strategy that's going to break that pattern for you, that's going to get you something to get started immediately. But first, I want to talk about why is this a struggle with ADHD? Why is this a problem that we're having? Because it doesn't feel like all of our, colleagues who are neurotypical are having this problem. What is going on? And there's a couple of pieces here. The first one is the dopamine seeking. We tend to focus because of the way our brains are wired. We're not getting the right amount of dopamine. It's not being filtered in the right way. And so what we do is we tend to focus on the thing that is most on fire. We're seeking that dopamine. The client who isn't actually going to pay you and it wasn't ever an issue and you totally get someone else to handle it, but said something in that email. Oh my gosh, that can take the whole day. The fact that you are, you have somebody who might be interested, but really are they that qualified to work with you right now? That can take your whole day. These are the urgent, fires that are going to stop you from actually doing the thing that is going to grow your revenue. And I have seen it time and time again, that 80-20, you're ignoring the 80% output. You're focusing on that 20%. So that's the first thing, dopamine. The second thing is working memory struggles. We don't always understand all the steps of a bigger task. So we can sort of get into a place where we say, okay, well, this task, I need to figure out what my quarterly goals are. I need to build a dashboard so that I can have oversight over the metrics in my business. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so complicated. And we just kind of stare at ourselves and ourselves stares back and goes, I don't know what to do. Do you know what to do? And they're like, no, I think we're going to check email again. And so this is something that can happen to a lot of people as well. And so what you want to go ahead and do is, all the steps that I'm going to teach you, but that is one of the areas that we can struggle with as well. And then the last one is time blindness. We can really feel like a whole day. And again, there's research to back this up with ADHD. We can really feel like a whole day is this amazing thing. I mean, who among us haven't said to ourselves, man, if I had a whole day to get things done, I would fix everything all of the problems in my business would immediately get fixed. But in reality, I want you to take that. I want you to turn it down like maybe 40%. That's kind of what we're probably going to get done today. And so what we can do sometimes is we can put off those more complicated tasks, those tasks that don't seem as fun, because we're like, oh, well, I have plenty of time. Let me just do the easy ones out now. I'll knock those easy ones out before lunch. And then in the afternoon, I'll do the harder stuff, and not realizing, is that when you're going to have the energy for it? Is that when you're going to, not get distracted by it? All of those things can come into play as well. So these are just some of the reasons that you might find yourself in that chaos spiral, not actually making traction. So what do we actually go ahead and do? We need a focus formula. And I'm going to teach you the focus formula. And then I'm also going to tell you that you can just click the link below and you can download it for free. I'm really proud of it. I've tried to make it 2-minute focus formula, genuinely 2 minutes, so that it's not going to take that long for you to get done. And we're going to go ahead and build it out now. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to take a second and I want you to just brain dump all of the tasks that are in your head. Only the tasks that are in your head. Don't grab your emails. Don't grab the old task list that you don't have right now with you, but it's probably somewhere. It's probably a ton of them. Focus on the ones that are just in your head. And I want you to go ahead and write down everything. So this might take a few solid minutes, especially if this is the first time you've done this. This is something that can sometimes take a little bit of time. So you want to go ahead and you want to just brain dump all of the tasks specifically. From there, have a look at the brain dump you've made. It's okay. We're going to break it down right now. And I want you to identify what is truly urgent in that list that you've just made. Urgent as in if you did it today, like if you didn't do it today, there would be an external negative consequence for tomorrow. Something significant. You wouldn't pay a bill. Something wouldn't be prepared and it's happening tomorrow. You've got a presentation tomorrow and you would turn up and you'd be like, I didn't do it. Or you have a client tomorrow and you wouldn't be prepared for that. That is truly urgent. It's something where if you God forbid something happened and you were in the waiting room and you had to deal with an emergency, you would be able to, you would be trying to probably do this on your phone if you had a minute. You'd be like, okay, well, I do still have to pay that thing because it was truly, truly urgent. That's the piece that you want to think about. So that's going to give you your urgent. And that's the stuff you have to do. Nothing else that day on that list has to be done. And I know what you're thinking at this point. You're going, okay, cool, Skye, but like you told me I was going to get the important stuff done. This is just the urgent stuff. Well, the reason that we build it like that is because once you've done this, once you've broken it down and we know what's truly urgent, and there's actually going to be less than 5 things 99% of the time, then we can say, okay, move aside everything else. What is the really important game-changing stuff that is going to help you, in your life, in your business with ADHD? Something that is going to help you drive revenue. Maybe you have, made money doing this thing before. Maybe it's the thing that's going to really push you to the next level. Like we talked about the hiring example with one of my clients. So that kind of piece is going to be the piece that you need to identify. So we want 1 to 3 things that are on the list that you're like, man, if I did that would be a game changer for my business. And you want to go ahead and you want to schedule that into your calendar like a doctor's appointment. You have time now. That's the great thing. You've removed a ton of that super not really important, not really urgent, but I felt like it would feel good if I did it, or somebody, has been pushing me to do it, but actually it's not really my urgent task. It's their urgent task. That's the stuff that you're going to want to go ahead and you're going to want to move to the side. It's okay. You're never going to finish the task list. I want to say that again. You are never going to finish your task list, especially if you're a business owner. Especially then, there is a million things. We are creative, problem-solving people. We come up with new ideas and tasks all the time. So we want to understand what is urgent, what is important. We want to focus on those things. And then, like I said, you can just go ahead, click the link below. It's free. And I will show you, if you need a little bit more help, how to figure out what is truly important for you. What is the stuff that's going to change the game for you? And, I can also show you how to do this stuff. Because sometimes at this point you go, cool, Skye, but like, how do I do it? Like, how do I actually get started on that really boring task that's going to change my business? It's been sitting there. I've been ignoring it, but it's there and I need to do it. And so that's what I'm going to help you do next. So that is everything. If you have gotten this far, please comment down wherever you are. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you're listening to this on a live stream, comment down. What should we comment? Something productivity emoji, like a focus emoji, your favorite focus emoji, or maybe the lack of focus emoji, if that's where you're feeling right now. And like I said, you can get the link below. And I also wanted to let you guys know, this is very unusual. I've never done this before, but next week, I am going to be running a full focus day where we will be going through this as a community. So if you are somebody who, you run your own business, or you're an executive and you're like, man, if I had a couple of hours and I was working together, I was working with Skye, and I could work through this super important, super urgent stuff, we're aiming to get 10K in savings off your plate by the end of 5 hours. And I will show you how to do that and how to make that last for you. So if you're interested, go ahead and just click the link below as well. Just send me an email and apply, because it would be wonderful to see you there. Awesome. This has been your ADHD Skills Lab skill set. Hopefully it's left you feeling a little bit more focused, and I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.